So Hasbro has started kicking off the brand new Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition line, bringing back all of the iconic characters from our childhood, from very awesome games like Warpath Cybertron and Follow Cybertron. So I got to thinking, and you know what? I think it's time for me to give my top 10 list of the figures that I really want to see the most in this lineup. Let's get into it!
Alfonso, this is Optimus Prime. Transform and roll out!
What's good, Alfonso Nation? Welcome back, everybody in here and out there. Guys, Studio Series Gamer Edition is kicking off, and I just gotta give a very easy preface to this video. These video games I freaking grew up on, still play to this day, and cannot get enough of. War for Cybertron, the original Cybertron games, along with Follow Cybertron, both of these are so freaking awesome. They're so freaking good. Even the ones that are older, the 07 game that we used to have, the Revenge of the Fallen game, the Dark of the Moon game was pretty good. Most of the video games we got in our childhood were pretty awesome. But in this video, I wanted to get my top 10 list of the figures that I really want to see in this new Gamer Edition line. Because so far, we've got a couple of misses, but pretty good hits when we do get the hits. Before I do the list though, let me just say a couple things. The first thing is, I want way more than just these top 10. These are just the top 10. But I want 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. I want way more. Matter of fact, I want them to do as many characters as possible because I feel like all of them are going to do well because they resonate all so well with the fans. And so a lot of them are going to feel nostalgia, even in a lot of the sideline characters, like the non-main characters. And let me also say that this list is in no particular order. It's really difficult for me to gauge where this stands, each of them on the list, from least to most. So this is in no particular order, but these are the figures that I absolutely want to see. So let's dive in. This list is only for these two games. I know that there are others, but we're focusing on just these two for now because there's a lot of games. There's going to be a long list, and oh my god, yeah. Your mom. Number 10, I'm going to give it to the Voyager class Fall of Cybertron Shockwave. I love his design. I love his presence in this game. He was just freaking awesome, and I would really love a Voyager class of him. I think that design is one of my favorites for his character, and I would also like his blaster to have the stock blaster along with the EDK Tech Volt. I just think that would be pretty cool for him. And also, I would like for him to come with at least one blade, and his background to be the Energon Tower that he worked on so heavily and lost his life, and I think he died, or I think he lost his arm. I don't think he actually died. I don't know what happened, but he got defeated by Grimlock at the end of the game. So that tower with the Energon Lake sort of reservoir would be a nice background for Follow Cybertron Shockwave. Number 9, I gotta give it to the War for Cybertron Titan class Trypticon. He had such a phenomenal presence in the game, very heavy presence, and I think it would be really awesome to have a Titan class figure of him. We don't have a lot of Trypticons in that particular style that are out in the market right now. There is the Planet X Trypticon, although he does come in two different parts and there's a lot of issues with availability and also pricing, but a Hasbro Titan class Trypticon in Warpath Cybertron design would be awesome. Obviously he's a Titan class, so I wouldn't want a background with him, but it would be awesome if he had the shoulder rockets, a laser effect for the mouth, the Dark Energon crystals, and also the little Dark Energon spiders that we saw in the video game. That'd be really nice as a kind of an accessories pack along with the Titan class Trypticon himself. Number 8, I gotta give it to my boy Ironhide, baby, from War for Cybertron, and this guy would be a Voyager class. I think he would probably be good with Voyager. We could do Deluxe. I mean, I'm not really too crazy about whether this is a Voyager or Deluxe. I know that for the Bumblebee movie, we got a Deluxe Ironhide, not a Voyager Ironhide, right? Yeah, I think they're Deluxe. So whether it's Deluxe or Voyager, it doesn't matter. But I would like for him to come with a Scatter Blaster from War for Cybertron, and a blade, and also a mace, because he did the Whirlwind attack where he kind of spins around. And I would like for his background to be the core of Cybertron, because that's kind of the final frontier where he fought with Optimus Prime and Warpath, and Optimus Prime didn't have the core of Cybertron. So I would like for at least one of them, whether it's Deluxe or Voyager, to come with a core of Cybertron background. That'd be freaking cool. Number 7, I would love to have a Voyager class Fall of Cybertron Starscream. I think he would have a phenomenal figure. I love that design of him. I love him in both War and Fall of Cybertron, but I think the Fall of Cybertron design kind of enhances him a little bit more. Honestly, I want all of the Seekers, but out of those three, I want Starscream the most. And I would love for him to have his null ray blaster along with the Gear Shredder, because that Gear Shredder is freaking cool. cool, because we can just kind of interchange accessories, kind of like you can interchange weapons in the video game. So it'd be really nice for them to have at least 2 blasters, kind of like the Deluxe class Cliffjumper and Bumblebee had. They had 2 different types of, like, blaster weapons. That would be awesome, and I would like for his background to be the Shockwave, like, prison chamber, where he and Grimlock went face-to-face. That would be freaking awesome. I think that would be a really good release for the Studio Series Gamer Edition line, and would be perfect with Megatron. Number 6, I gotta give it to my guy, Fall of Cybertron Deluxe class. Jazz, baby, we out here! I love it. I love Jazz. He had a great presence in the game. I love the fact that he just actually had some really high significance, you know, working with Cliffjumper in the Fall of Cybertron video game. He had to fight off a lot of Insecticons, so obviously his stock blaster in the campaign mode was the Scatter Blaster, which is a different Scatter Blaster from Warpath Cybertron. This is kind of like a much wider, flared out with like the fire effect, and the Scatter Blaster in Warpath Cybertron was more kind of like a shotgun with more ammo, more ammunition rounds. So I would like for him to have the Fall of Cybertron Scatter Blaster for the Fall of Cybertron Jazz, and I would love for his background to kind of be like the Ancients map that we got in the Escalation match. That would be pretty cool, because that's kind of where he thrived. That was his, like, purpose in the video game for the most part, and that would be pretty cool. Or we can have, like, one with, like, Bruticus in the background, where he's, like, fighting Bruticus on the Ark. That would be freaking awesome, too. Number 5, I would love to have a Voyager class Fall of Cybertron Jetfire. I can't explain to y'all how much I love playing Jetfire in these games. I love the way he transforms, like, he just, like, hovers for a second, and then just like spins right into his jet mode. He's so freaking sick in this game, and even in War for Cybertron as well. I also, once again, I want all of the aerial bots. I don't just want Jetfire, but I want him the most because he's my favorite of all the 3, and he had a great presence. I want his accessory to have the Photon Burst Rifle. I think that'd be pretty cool for him. And also, I would love for him to have the Thermal Rocket Launcher. So that would be pretty cool. And also, obviously, for his background, I would like it to be that outer space, you know, with the toll cables, the 2 ships. That'd be pretty cool for Jetfire's background. Number 4 is probably closer to my number 1, but again, this is in no particular order. I really absolutely must have a War for Cybertron Voyager class Zeta Prime. This is a must-have. This is a must-have. I don't even know how many Zeta Prime figures there are. If we got one for the original game, I don't remember, but boy, would that be freaking insane to get a Voyager class Zeta Prime for War for Cybertron. He's just so underrated, so underused. It'd be awesome to actually display him with Optimus Prime, or display him fighting against Megatron. Man, that'd be freaking awesome. He's really high on my list, I just don't know where, but he's number 4 for sure, just no particular order. And for his accessory, since we didn't really see him with a main blaster in the video game, he can actually come with the X-12 Scrapmaker. I think that's like a very high-powered, very high-capacity weapon that he can use. It's something that a leader probably would use. And also, I would like him to have the little Omega Key remote key fob thing. It wasn't really the key, but it was a little, like, a beacon, and I would love him to have that as an accessory that he can hold in his hand, and you can even give to Megatron that he can hold in his hand. I would also love for his background to be like the torture chamber and the vaults of Iacon that Megatron broke into, where he fought the Decepticons. That would be awesome, where you can kind of sit him in that little environment. I really want a Zeta Prime really, really bad. Hasbro, if you're watching, please, if they don't do this, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm actually be sad. Number 3, I would like to have a Voyager class War for Cybertron Soundwave. Now, obviously, again, no particular order, but this is high on the list because he's one of my favorite Decepticons of all time. His design in War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron, pretty much almost the same thing. He looks better in Fall of Cybertron, but it doesn't matter. They're both the same. Both of those designs are freaking amazing. I freaking love him. So he's freaking awesome. He's freaking superior. Oh my god, I love him so much. So I would love for him to have the Energon Repair Ray. That's kind of like his signature weapon. He used that a lot. You know, that I think it actually comes with that stock, and a blade. And I would love for his background to be the revival chamber where he brought Megatron back to life. I have the Generations Soundwave, and I love this one. This is a really nice one, but I would love to have a much higher, you know, like a better version of this. I would like to have like a modern Studio Series version. Please, Hasbro, I'm begging you. Yes, oh my god, please. Number 2, I would love to have a Fall of Cybertron Voyager class Brawl. He's my favorite Combaticon. And once again, like everything else I said with a lot of other characters here, I obviously want more than just this particular Combaticon. I would love to have them all. I would love to have Bruticus, honestly. But I want Brawl the most because there's something about him, his design, there's something about his presence, the way he fights, the way he, like, falls down as he transforms, like he just like flattens out. He's just so freaking awesome. I just love Brawl. I love him in this game. So I would love to have a Voyager class or Deluxe, whatever, but I would prefer Voyager because it's a little bit more high end. And I would love him to have the Riot Cannon, because the Riot Cannon is my all-time favorite blaster in this game, full stop. In both campaign and multiplayer, it's such a powerful weapon. And I would also like for him to have the mace that he uses for his whirlwind attacks, and I would also love for his background to be kind of like the Arc, because that's where they all united to combine into Bruticus. Obviously, as you collect them all, I would love them to all to combine into Bruticus. That would be epic. And lastly on the list, this is one of my highest, so it is kind of in order, because I want this the most, more than a lot of the ones I said today, but this one absolutely I gotta have, and this is the Voyager class War for Cybertron Warpath. The same level of desperation I have for Brawl, I have for Warpath. Please give me Warpath. I love him in this game. I love Transformers tanks. I guess that's what it is. I got a thing for the tanks, you know what I'm saying? And so I love Brawl, I love Warpath just as much. We don't have a lot of Warpath figures out there, and the one we have, like with the Kingdom Warpath, I don't like the figure at all. I happen to have the Generations Warpath just kind of like as a stand-in, but I would love like a 2-scale Voyager class Warpath. And I would love for him to have the thermal rocket launcher, which is a little different than the one that we get in Voyager Cybertron. That's a much bigger, heavy weapon. This one's kind of like one that's more like compact, but it has like the precision tracking where you can lock on. But I think it'd be awesome for him to have that for his War for Cybertron figure, because he's the explosion, he's the Michael Bay, he's the kablam! So yeah, thermal rocket cannon, launcher, whatever you want to call it, the blade, and I would like for his background to be the Omega Supreme, like prison chamber where Omega was held captive, and Warpath Ironhide Prime had to help Ratchet as he heals him and fight off the waves of the Decepticons. So I think that'd be really awesome for Warpath, and I think this list would be really awesome for the lineup. Obviously, I want them to make way more. I want them to create way more than just this. Do as many as possible. These games are so close to my heart. I still play them literally probably almost every day. Both of them have like their own distinctive like things that I love about them, and I prefer the campaign of War for Cybertron, but I prefer the multiplayer of Follow Cybertron, and I love both of these games dearly, and I know a lot of you guys too. A lot of you guys grew up on these, and if you didn't, you better discover it, because it is some fun for Transformers fans just in general. So let me know what you guys think about this list, and let me know what you guys want to see in the Gamer Edition line. This is a lot of potential. Like, they can put all of these I said and more. So let me know in the comment section below what you think, what you want the most, where do you kind of rank your top your most desired figures for this lineup. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, comment below, and share the video if you like. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about me doing more like a gamer content. But that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Till all are one, roll out.